You got any call outs? Any call outs, anybody?
I got 500, first fare down, truck on truck.
I'd take the truck before the command.
I'll cover it.
Okay, so we are at Crossville. It's Thursday, it's testing. We got here a little earlier. There was a little bit of a rain shower that popped up, so they delayed testing. I'm not quite sure everybody that's testing hasn't even made a pass yet, just a handful. Mitchell went out and had an issue with his front drive shaft, which we will touch on in a minute. We're going to make a pass in mine with one belt, so the alternator's not charging great, but it is charging. Just to get some 60-foot data, we'll come back, make sure it actually goes down the track. We switched from the 29.5s to the 28s. We bought a new set of Mickey Thompson 28-10-5 stiff sidewall slicks. So the way we have our bars set up, it should be a good bit better having a stiff sidewall. We won't be beating up the sidewall so much. The tire is designed to be on a heavier vehicle and to be dead hooked a bit more rather than get wheel speed. So we made a small bar change and the tire change, and that's it. So we're just going to see what it does. If it gets better, then great. If it still has the same bounce, we have a game plan for fixing that with power management after having conversations with several other people. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So hopefully this first pass just goes 60 feet and flies, and we can come back and chill the rest of the day and go into Q1 tomorrow. I don't want to beat up on the trans too much, so I'd say the furthest we'll go today, if it feels really good after the first pass, would be maybe half track, just to see where we're at ET-wise at half track. We're gonna make a hit and see what happens.
I put an O'Reilly's Precision brand front drive shaft in because mine was messed, the cardigan joint was messed up.
And you made it your...
And about, I don't know, about 200 feet, 250 feet out, it just decided no more. Luckily we had Fire Punk's front drive shaft loops on. It saved it a little bit because the initial hit of it going broke Fire Punk's actual thing. We can go down and get a picture of it. We gave it back to LeBon for science purposes. But it saved the initial hit, and then it clanked around a little bit, did some cosmetic damage, minor details. So now we're trying to source
preferably not another O'Reilly's brand one.
Yeah, I can call Napa and see if they go, I don't know. First test pass with the 28s back on. New tires though. Yeah. Same Mickey Thompson, just new tires.
No, they're stiff sidewalls this time.
They're stiff sidewalls.
Stiff sidewalls, but
My job, dude.
Got them stickly.
because I'm better at it.
Got a set of them stickly mickleys. Now you
Let me video you doing a shitty job. Yep.
Sound clip?
Let me video.
Stickly mickleys.
This guy's got his Schubers on because his truck don't run now.
Yep. Oh, it runs.
It runs fine.
It is.
Doesn't go fine.
Hey,
Yeah.
you gonna run 590 in those? Hey, you gonna run 590 in those?
I am now. Put him in four-wheel drive.
I love small tires and I love Mickey Thompson. Small tires to the front. This baby is getting turned up. Like we're done for the day. I'm not making no pass. Way down it, baby.
130 flat, which is the best 60 foot since they put it back together. And these tires want horsepower.
It didn't seem like it was.
Nope, they did like the smallest little bounce.
Yep. Good deal.
I think it's a mixture of the bar change and the tires combined.
I'm getting ready to throw some power at it. Like I'm getting ready to get mad at it. These tires just maybe possibly ended the engine's life. I'm gonna put the Justin Ziegler and the trailer tune in it. Yeah, Justin, you won't hear it till after the race. I'll probably lose, but either way, I'm putting the JZ3 killer tune in it. It's Friday morning. We made our test pass yesterday. You guys saw that. Truck looked great. Still had a small bounce. Looked at the logs. Figured out that our first stage of nitrous is not coming on when we wanted it to. We've got about a half-second delay from the time we let go of the trans brake to the time that kit comes on. I think at this point we can rule out suspension and tire because the truck was pretty happy that last pass. I think what's happening is we're hitting the tire off the trans brake and then we're not driving into enough power fast enough, so it unloads, and then as soon as that kit comes on, it sets the chassis down and keeps it there. So we made a change for that, moved some shift points because we were on the engine speed limiter for about 0.4 of a second during the run. We let off at 3.2 and went 351.5 track while being on the engine speed limiter on the 1-2 shift. So with no lockup, we've almost been as fast to half track as we had with the last converter. So the converter gave us fits early on, but now that we've got some bugs worked out, I do think it's going to be faster. We went 130 to the 60 foot that pass. Our best 60 foot ever is a 124 or 125. And I think if we get rid of that little bobble on the front and get that kit on earlier, I think we're going to be back in the 120s next pass. So I'm hoping, again, I don't want to be overly optimistic, but I do think this next pass is going to fly. So Q1's coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. We're filling some nitrous bottles, fixing some leaks we've got. We got it spooling faster. We went from like a 12-second spool up because of the tighter converter and the air-fuel ratio stuff being different to 4 seconds now. So that's much more usable. We can get it spooled, get bumped in. And we are talking about grudge racing with Ziegler. We both said we want to see what Q1 and Q2 look like for us, and then we might do a grudge with Justin. So we've got the truck working. We're enjoying having it running and it working fairly consistently now that we've got some bugs worked out. We like racing. We want to race people. So, you know, it's entertaining. It's fun. We didn't come here to just make 60-foot hits. We came here to race people side by side. So that's where we're at with it. So hopefully Q1 goes well.
Set the pace.
I hope so.
I'm not gonna get ran over in that.
Break anything, get qualified. Now it doesn't matter. We've got 2 more rounds of qualifying. Based on what I saw in small tire, well, we have the second fastest small tire run so far. The fastest one was 490. Until Austin runs, Austin will probably go 490. I want to go back up there.
Hey Everett, when you watch this, I'm sorry that we left you. We thought that you were riding with Mitch.
At least
it was. Like I bet I pull this log and like it's an engine speed limit for like
the whole time.
Yeah.
It's gonna fly once we figure it out.
Yeah. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Wow, thumbs up.
Alright, good.
I think it's really happy. I just gotta keep cleaning everything up for the small tire. I made a lot of big shift point changes to try to fix it. And then I moved the third kit in because I don't think the third kit's going to unsettle it. It's definitely nice making A to B passes regardless if it's not quite as fast as you want.
Okay, 590. Right lane. 113M.
here on a small tire?
A entry just dropped out from the diesel side. Austin Deutsch is broke. Anybody on the property on a 28-10-5 tire that wants to come down here? Oh, now would be good.
Hey, Action Mitchell.
That's it. We got any call-outs? You got any call-outs? Any call-outs? Anybody?
I got 20 on this man right here. Anybody?
We got 500, first fare down, truck on truck.
We got the Sonoma?
Yeah.
I don't think I want that Sonoma.
not even made a test pass off the trailer,
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, I know what it made the other day though.
Hey, we got a white Camaro 500 first fare down too.
I think you'd give the white Camaro a good lick.
I got 100 on it. On you.
200.
I'll take that
Camaro.
Who would I be racing?
White Camaro. I don't know though.
I already saw him. Hey,
White Camaro. 100. Anybody?
I'd take the truck before the Camaro.
I'll cover.
You want the truck?
Hey, you want to do the truck 500?
Truck on truck.
It's good data because you haven't made a 90 pass. We can throw a bottle.
I have a bottle full in the trailer. Why don't, hey, you go run and get your shit and I'll draw for you.
What do you think? I know you will, so come up for the S10 off the trailer against Dan in the Duramax truck. Hey, call it.
All right, you guys want to go ahead and draw the 3 out?
Well, you don't draw because you're first round. No, it's we got two. We got two. Oh, okay.
Can we do like 1 3/4 again?
Leading cars that draw gas side, they will match numbers to draw from the diesel side.
Everett, you draw for Mitchell.
All right, diesel guys.
He's gonna draw for Mitchell.
That's fine. All right, listen up, guys. You're gonna have to flip for lanes because we can't determine a lane and then split the chip draw and all that shit.
Who's got two?
The twos.
All right.
Who's got two?
Mitchell.
Okay.
Mitchell.
What's your name?
Diesel side.
What car you got?
The Chevy 262.
Against the Nova. Mitchell draws the Nova.
Threes.
Yeah, we'll show it.
Three is the Willys.
100 on this man. Anybody? 100 on that man.
And then fours. Travis Schmidt. Steven. Now before you guys go anywhere, hold on, we got to flip for lanes.
Oh, he's got.
Okay, so this video you guys saw, it was our Thursday test pass, and then we rolled into Friday into qualifying. Thursday, this is our first pass on the small tires with the bar change we made, and we kind of just, fingers crossed, I hope this works. Like, if I'm being honest, I was worried that it was even going to move. Let go of the button, and it just kind of worked. Yeah, nothing more to say about that other than just the combination of the bar change and the tire. The truck got real happy real fast. Looking at the video and looking at the data logs, it was quite apparent that the truck wanted a lot of power at that point. We rolled into qualifying round 1, and I tried to tidy up the 1-2 shift because it was obviously too far. I went ahead and moved the 2-3 based off of what I saw on the 1-2, and I didn't miss it by much, but I just missed it. So we ended up the 1-2 shift, we touched the engine speed limiter for like 0.2 of a second. The 2-3 shift, we were on the engine speed limiter for like 0.3 or 0.4 of a second. And then we went out the back. I think initially I said I was on the engine speed limiter out the back, but I wasn't. So that pass went 525 at 138.6 or something like that. Great pass. That's a good, like, A to B. We're qualified. We've got data. Like, let's start chipping away at this thing. We were supposed to run Q2, and we had talked about doing a grudge race with Justin just so we could both make more passes and do a side-by-side race, just kind of as like a, we'll call it like a preview to potential finals. And then Paul Edwards wasn't able to make a pass, and I told him if they can't race, I'll take his spot. So we ended up getting dragged in the small tire thing, and I was allowed to use that pass as my Q2. So we go down chip draw. Austin Deutsch had a valve issue. He dropped out, so Mitchell took his place. He wasn't on a small tire, but we pretty much went into it going, hey, he's obviously slower than everybody here. We're just doing his filler, and they were all fine with it. Again, we tightened up all my shifts, moved some nitrous into the hit, just made some drastic changes, but not so much that like I was really concerned with it getting down the track. Generally speaking, if a track is fairly good during the day, as the night goes on, it should start really getting some teeth. And it was very apparent that it got some teeth, because our pass before that, I'd have to go back and look, but I want to say we went 128 to the 60 foot, or 130. 130. So we were already fairly happy with that. We're still just chipping away, working towards it. All of the changes we made, it got really happy. We went 124 to the 60 foot, 339.5 track, and went 514 at 140.14 out the back. We're jacked. We think like, all right, this is great. Pull up the data log and realize that we just did that on like almost no nitrous, like 625 PSI at the end of the track. Both bottles had maybe 3 pounds in them each, like almost empty. We ended up losing because my windshield, when we got the truck rewrapped, we had an issue where the windshield busted and we got a new one. Well, the new windshield is not the original optic armor that has the anti-fog in it. And so Crossville's track is bad about dew setting, and I could not see out of the windshield. I had 2 or 3 different people, ripped shirts off, trying to wipe the windshield off, got it where I could see, and then about the time I go to pull up, Everett's trying to stop me and I can't see him. So I roll into pre-stage. No big deal, like I'm not panicked. I'm like, all right, I'll just grab the trans brake. I've got whatever time he takes to spool plus 7 seconds. And I start to spool up, and I'm really bad about, I don't spool with my foot on the brake, I bump and I stab the brakes. So I hit the trans brake, I let off the foot brake, and when I did, the driveline unloaded and rolled me into stage. So at that point, I had whatever time he had to get spooled, and then I'm done. And he took about, I'd say 3.5 seconds, and I really needed about 6 from where I was, because I wasn't able to get any heat in it before. So about 6 seconds, and I ended up leaving. I had like a 2.41 reaction time, but I had made the decision that once I rolled in deep, you know, I'm having conversation with myself in the heat of the moment. I'm like, if I don't get up on boost, I'm not gonna let go of the button. 2 reasons. 1, it would probably backfire really bad. And 2, it's not gonna make a good pass. It's a waste of a qualifying pass. I shouldn't even have done the small tire thing at that point. So he gets spooled, I'm not lit, I just let him go. I'm like, whatever, it's not worth hurting the engine or something stupid. It gets up in the boost, I let go of the button. We go 124 to the 60 foot, 339, everything's great like we just talked about. So overall, like from Tuesday to Friday night, leaps and bounds is an understatement. We went, our best on Tuesday was a 133, and like we didn't even run it to half track. It was like, yeah, whatever. tire change, bar change, start changing shift points, and now we're at a 124 to 339. So things are looking really good rolling into Saturday. We're pretty pumped. We're number 2 qualifier. We're pretty confident that we're going to stay number 2 qualifier at this point. Everybody else in the class has been mid-20s. Travis Trent went a 521. And I know from talking to him where his truck was at as far as fuel quantity and stuff, and he's kind of out of pump, that he was limited. And each pass we're like chipping away at going faster and faster. We'll just see, man. We're rolling in Saturday. We're pretty excited, and yeah, hopefully we can take home a win or at least some money. So we'll see you guys in the next video. It's going to be another good one.